Children, we are learning Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 1. We are in the Venice court. Portia has reached there to the court as Baldassar in disguise. That is, she is handling herself like a doctor of law there. And she is handling that trial, the case. And nicely she explained what is mercy, and she wanted indirectly Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. But Shylock was not willing to do that. Here we'll continue when he says that my deeds upon my head, what all I will be responsible for my doings, so you don't worry about my cruelty. And that way he was he answered to Portia. Now Portia, after explaining the mercy, she is asking Antonio, and just she is telling, is he not able to discharge the money? So she is asking, Antonio was not is Antonio not able to pay the money to Shylock? She wanted to confirm it from him, from Antonio. But before Antonio answered to this question, Bassanio comes forward. Here it shows the true friendship and his loyalty, how he puts his thought before the people in the court. Yes, this question is to Antonio and in general too. So Bassanio answers, yes, he is not able to pay it. Here I tender it for him in the court. Tender it means offer. Here I offer it for him in the court. Before he reaches to the court, Antonio was not in the condition to pay the money for him. But in the court, I am ready to, and I am offering the money to him. How much? Yeah, twice the sum. Not only the amount which he has to pay, but twice the sum I am offering him. If they will not suffice, if that amount, twice the amount will not be enough, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over. So he is bound to pay. That means I am willing to do as much as for my friend. That is 10 times the amount what he has to pay, I am ready to give to him. So this part of Bassanio's speech is very important, and his friendship between Antonio and Bassanio is revealed here, and characteristics of Bassanio also you can write this. So you can expect question from this part also. So what all he says? First he says that twice the amount. If it is not enough for him, I am ready to give 10 times. After that what he says, see that. On forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. So 3H he uses. So underline these three. Again, this is one of the important part for the question. He is ready to give his hands, his head and his heart. If this will not suffice, so I am ready to give mine instead of taking 1 pound of flesh from Antonio. What all he is ready to give? My hands, my head, my heart. It means in all I am ready to give myself to. If this also, first he is offering twice the amount, second he is offering 10 times, third he is offering his own body. And If this will not suffice, that also is not sufficient for him, it must appear that malice bears down truth. It clearly shows that he has developed that hatred and is clearly, sincerely, and seriously, it is revealed that he has developed a hatred. I beseech you, rest once the Lord to your authority. So he is requesting Portia, the lawyer, or Baldassar, what he is requesting? Once the law to your authority. So you have the power to handle this law, to do a great right, do a little wrong. He is requesting and also giving suggestion to Portia to twist the law. Little wrong means little bit you twist the law, which is subject to your authority according to your power. As you have the power to handle the law of Venice, you just twist it and curb this cruel devil of his will. So you do that and you let this cruel person, that is devil he is calling Shylock, from and restrict him, that means avoid his demand and stop his demand by twisting the law and let him not get that penalty from Antonio. So he wants that impartiality from the lawyer because of his Shylock's malice. So he is ready to offer three things. Even then he is not satisfied, means he is surely holding something wrong in his heart against Antonio. On that case, using the authority, you do make him not to receive that bond. Portia, it must not be. So immediately she is refused. So it must not be. I must not do that. There is no power in Venice can alter a degree established. There is, though I have the authority to handle the law, but I don't have that authority to change or alter the constitution, whatever it is written in the Venice law. What is established is established. I cannot go a little also against it. It will be recorded for a precedent. That means if I do so, that will follow. So if I break that, it will be recorded as a thing which is done wrong and it will be an error. And many an error by the same example. So that mistake will be carried on forever in the days to come. Will rush into the state, it cannot be. That will affect the Venice law. So that cannot be allowed. So she plainly refused Bassanio's advice in front of everyone immediately. So here Shylock, oh Daniel, come to judgment. Yeah, Daniel, oh wise young judge, how I do honor thee. So he was so happy. And he is taking the name, and remember here he is using a Daniel. He is referring Portia to other person, and a Daniel we use any person's character. So here a justice, a Daniel, here you should know it is a biblical character. He was a young judge who judged the thing which happened in his country very wisely. So his judgment was remembered by everyone and he was known for his justice. So here he was telling Portia as a Daniel, he says. So he was young Daniel. She indirectly, instead of calling your wise lawyer, so he is taking the name Daniel, and oh, wise young judge, how do I honor these? He was so happy and he wants to honor her. Portia, I pray you, let me look upon the bond. So, bringing down all the curiosity over there by just asking the bond from Shylock. Shylock, here it is, most reverend doctor. He started giving honor to her. Most reverend, respected, honored doctor, here it is. After reading the bond, Portia is getting the bond from Shylock and started reading. After reading that, what she says, Shylock, there is thrice the money offered thee. So she is saying that, see, in the court, you have been given that your amount, what you wanted, is thrice that. And shall I, then she says, Portia, after that, after thee. Shylock, oath on oath, I have on oath in heaven, shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice. So he says that I have taken oath, on oath, on oath. I have sworn on oath to heaven because I have promised to heaven. That means I have taken promise that I will not, I will take the punishment from him. That means I will take the pound of flesh from him. So I will not go against that. For the case of Venice, no, I will not do that even for the sake of Venice. No, not for Venice. So I am not ready to receive money. Portia, why? This bond is forfeit. So she is asking Antonio, why this bond is forfeit? Why? What happened? And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. So as Antonio, you have failed to pay the amount, and that Shylock has the full authority or power or right to take 1 pound of flesh from your heart. Be merciful, take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond. So Portia is requesting again. So it's true that you are having all right to take 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's heart, but take thrice the money and be merciful. Show little mercy and come down and tear the bond, destroy that bond, and you accept the money. Show mercy. But what Shylock says, when it is paid according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. When you were in the beginning, you were looking like that. You are a wise judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. It shows that it appears that you know the law very well. I charge you by the law whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. By my soul I swear there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond. So I charge you. So he is firmly telling that you are holding the law in your hand. You are worthy pillar. Proceed to judgment. You have every knowledge about. He is praising Portia and appreciating Portia, and he is asking Portia to carry on the judgment in the right order. And he is confirming, and again he says, by my soul I swear there is no power in the tongue of man. You cannot make me to, or you cannot change me, or you cannot convince me to show mercy. So none of your words, no, the power in the tongue of man, there is no power in the tongue of man. None of your words will melt me, and you can no need to speak a lot, and just do the judgment. I am here for the judgment. I insist on my bond. I am after my bond. Nothing else I want. So here Shylock is so stern, and he wants the judgment. So here we'll stop. We'll continue in the next class.